Insurance isn't going to do anything, so it's time for us to try to fix this ourselves. Maybe I'll repaint it one day, but there's so much rust starting on the car living in Quebec. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Well, insurance isn't going to do anything, so it's time for us to try to fix this ourselves. Obviously, these are pretty severe. It's been a few months. Someone hit me at my kid's daycare, and nobody left any note or anything. They just drove off, filed a police report, went through insurance, but this is a 12-year-old car, and I only have one-way insurance. And because I can't prove that someone hit me, they're not going to cover it. And repainting Mazda Soul Red is extremely expensive. It's like a triple layer, a tri-coat with pearl and this tinted clears. Anyway, a lot of money just to fix this. Would probably be like some ridiculous price, $1,000, $1,500. And we're not going to do that. So I do have a touch-up pen, but there are some areas where you do see the plastic here and the metal there. I'm really not expecting any form of perfection in this, but let's see if we can fix it or, at the very least improve it. So what you're going to need is rinseless wash to clean the area. You're going to need a few towels. Because I just washed this a couple days ago, this is really just dusty. There's no dirt on it, really just dust. So Rinseless is going to take care of basically everything I need. If you need to clay it, you can clay it, but I did a light decon on it, so it should be fine. You don't really want to be polishing with contamination on the paint. So you're going to need, sort of wash mitt or wash towel. You're going to need a drying towel to dry it off, and then you're going to need a polisher. So I have my choice of the Flex 15 Cordless polisher. We're going to be trying it out a little bit more. I just started using it, and we're going to be testing it out on this. You're going to need a polish, and today I'm going to be using 3D1 and the UroFiber 50/50 pad. This is a microfiber cutting and polishing pad. It's not perfect at refining, so it might leave some minor haze behind, but that's not an issue. Worst case, I can just put a black finishing pad and just go over it. We're going to need the LakeCountry PadWasher 4000 to clean the pad in between, because we're going to be removing clear coat. It's going to be in the pad, and you don't want to be polishing with a dirty pad. So you clean it in between, section passes, or in between cycles rather. And after that, you're going to pick your favorite spray protection. Today, I think I'm going to just use P&s Defender because that's what I have on hand. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's see what we can do. So we'll get this started. I'm going to do sort of a waterless style rinseless. I'm just going to be spraying rinseless wash on it, and then rinseless on the towel, and then go over it a few times, and it'll clean it up as well as I need to. So here we go. Just going to do box it out a little bit. Rinse out the area with rinseless. Then here I have really plush towel. Use our drying towel. Let's have a quick look. All right, so after that, we're going to clean our pad and prime it. I don't have any more solution in here, so I've just been using the sprayer, and it does everything I need, so that's fine. There we go. And a low speed. Lift it up. Now it's ready, and it's primed and damp, not dry, and it's going to be ready to do some cutting. So let's try this out. Shake our polish. A lot of times the abrasives will go down if it settles for too long. Just shake it up. Now this is not a diminishing polish. It's a basically a SMAT, super micro abrasive technology style of polish. So it's pad dependent. I mean, in essence, every compound and polish is pad dependent. Depending on what pad you use, it'll cut more or less. It'll finish better or worse. So here we go. Got 4 dots. Hopefully we don't see red on the pad. So, all right, let's try it. Do speed 2 to spread it out. And we'll go to speed 6. Just gonna go back and forth. Gonna make sure I'm not overheating it. And I don't see red on here, so that's good. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna clean it, add a little bit more, and we're gonna work this area. Speed 2 or 3. Try to work it in. Lift it. Speed 6. There we go. Clean, damp, ready to go. Let's do just a little bit. All right. Speed 3 again. A little warm. Plastic's a little warm, but it's really not hot. Not hot at all, just a little warm. So let's take a look. We're gonna spray a little Rinseless just to help break down the oils. .3D1 is a fantastic product. Extremely long working time. No fillers. I can feel every single one of these that are left. And I can see the light refracting a little bit different. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do another round of polishing. This time I'm going to do a lower speed, faster movements. What this is going to do is going to cut less and it's going to polish more. So the way that you increase the cut is with more pressure, slower arm speed, higher machine speed, cutting compound, cutting pad, right? So that's how you cut more. You work it more. And to cut less, as in to polish, you do the opposite of those things. So if you're putting more pressure, you put less pressure. If you're moving slow, so more time, then you do less time, you move faster. If your speed is at 6, you do speed 4, speed 3. If you're using a cutting compound, you use a polish. So there's so many different ways that you can use the same product, the same pad, and the same tool to cut more or to cut less, as in to polish. And so basically that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna change our technique with the machine and the pad and the polish, and it's gonna finish off a little bit nicer. If I put a light on this, I'm sure I'll see some of the aggressive polishing that I did. So I'm not gonna change the pad. This is my car. It's a 12-year-old car. I don't care if the finish isn't mirror perfect. The clear coat on this is probably really thin and I don't wanna keep going. So we did some form of improvement. That is to say, some of the what could come out came out, and some of what didn't come out couldn't come out. So we did as best as we could in this scenario. All right, so I just cleaned the pad, and nothing changed. Just gonna use 3D1. Gonna use kind of 3 little dots. And we're gonna do the whole thing. We're just gonna polish it, wipe it, and then protect it and call it a day. And we'll see what the results are. So there we go. Did a quick polish of the area. Spray a little bit of Rinseless. And just wipe it. And there you go. So it's shinier a little bit, but the scratches are still there. And that's what we were expecting. That's why I was really upset when this happened. I knew I couldn't fix this. I'm not a painter, I'm a polisher. I can polish out surface level scratches, but I can't fix things that went through the paint, through the clear coat, not even through the paint, just through the top level of the paint. So let's throw a little bit of P&s Defender on and show you the final results and give you my thoughts. Now, before you do this, you can obviously use a panel prep to remove the oils from the polish, but because we use Rinseless wash, a surfactant, heavy Rinseless wash, when wiping the polish off, we're actually removing a lot of the oils, so we don't have to worry about that. So this is P&s Defender. It's my favorite ceramic spray. And I love to overuse it because it pisses people off. But it's just so easy to use and very forgiving. Flip the towel. And buff to a high shine. There you go. Very slick. Yep. That's that. You can't win them all, unfortunately. I do have a touch-up pen. Might do some of the white ones. You can see the primer and the metal, but maybe not, because the touch-up pens are never accurate. This had 12 years to sort of dry out and oxidize and change color. Touch-up pen is sort of potentially the original color, though this is a tri-coat. So they're never even accurate, even on brand new paint. That's okay. Looks good from far. So that's it, guys. You know, maybe I'll repaint it one day, but there's so much rust starting on the car just from living in Quebec, where they throw salt on the road and it just ruins cars. You should see the underbody of all these cars. 10-year-old cars are rusted through, you know, on some of them. This is a great unit. After all of that, we're still at 4 bars, so it's essentially, you know, 75 to 100% charged. It's a great polisher. I thought it was not super smooth the first time I turned it on, but I didn't have the backing plate or the pad on. Actually, I had the backing plate, just no pad on. But having the pad, and especially on the panel, it's extremely balanced. So it's a really great unit. It's just that it's, you know, near $1,000 for the whole kit. 2 batteries and the polisher and the fast charger, 160 watt fast charger. So, you know, there's a lot of other options. There's the Milwaukee one, which I think the unit itself is just something like $250 Canadian. So if you already have Milwaukee batteries, and you can get a 15 millimeter DA cordless and just use the batteries, or you can use like the DIY 25 millimeter polisher. The battery's right there. It's super balanced. You can polish essentially the whole car with one hand here or one hand here. It works extremely well, and it's quieter and smoother. And smoother is weird because it's 25 millimeters. You'd think there'd be a little bit more vibration through the unit. There's not. So DIY made a fantastic product. If you have scuffs like this, then you can try wash, do a compound, do a polish. Like I said, here we just changed our technique a little bit. Went from, you know, speed 6, slower movements, longer work time, a little bit of pressure, and smaller work sections. To finish off, you do bigger work sections, lower machine speed, quicker arm speed, less pressure. So you change a few of the variables, you can change the cut, which works really great for a one step where you're not going to be changing pads and polishes and machines. You can just do the first three, passes with a heavier speed, more pressure, and slower arm movement, and then you finish the cycle off with a lower machine speed, faster arm movements, and you feather out a little bit. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys don't have a situation like this where you have to watch this video, but if you do, I hope it helps. Just keep in mind that you can only polish X amount of times. Clear coat is a finite resource on cars, especially factory clear coat. It's said that factory clear coat is the best clear coat. No body shop's going to match it unless the car is completely gutted and it's just completely naked, just the frame and the panels, no plastic, no rubber, no seats, no radio, nothing like that. Like that, they can bake at a higher temperature, and it's all in one. There's no weird blending. There's no weird color matching. You can only polish your car a certain amount of times. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.